How do you think about the importance of speed of execution for you and for startups today, Alex?
I mean, I think speed of execution is what defines a company, right? And speed of growth is what makes startup. If you're not growing, you're dead, right? So, I mean, this is something we got very early on at the company, maybe even from YC, where we just always looked at our week-on-week, month-on-month growth, and it had to be like really, really good. So, I mean, speed of execution is the only way, and it's on everything, right? Like operations, customer support, customer success, product building. Like we actually have a principle at Deel called Deel Speed, which a lot of people misunderstand for like, you know, when they're looking at our principles, like, oh, you want to go fast and really fast. No, it's about doing things really well, really fast, right? Like if there's and I actually find that most of the successful people around me have that in their DNA, which is if there's something you can do right now, just do it. Don't push it to tomorrow, right? Like act on it and move really fast. And that execution helps you through every lifetime of the company, right? Like when you're an early startup, that speed of execution enables you to understand, is this the right product? Is this the right company really fast, right? When you're serving your customers, the speed of execution, the turnaround time, the care and empathy is what makes you, you know, have a happy customer that comes back and start expanding, right? So I think this is really something that's very anchored in the Deel DNA and in us.
I've heard some founders talk about going slow to go fast. There are some things where you need to deliberately reduce the speed to ensure the highest quality. Is there anything that you think you should go slow on?
I mean, it depends, right? Like when it comes to sales, I don't think you should ever reduce the speed. I think you should always triple down. So that's something that's, to me, very important. You know, the hard part about Deel is when you're dealing with global compliance, and global compliance is really, really complicated, right? Like, it's not just like setting up a nice UI and starting to like enable you to hire some people. It's understanding how do you onboard that person? How do you do it compliantly? How do you terminate them? How does overtime works in France, right? Like where I'm from, which is one of the most complicated country in the world. And when you do that, you got to do it very, very carefully. And that's why as we rolled out our products, as we rolled out our operational infrastructure, you know, we always took the time to do it really, really well. And that's what gave us an edge. So that is kind of slow to go fast. But at the same time, when you've got that figured out, you got to move really fast too.
Can I ask, Alex, I'm with you on the speed and urgency, but other people don't have it. And I spend my life constantly fucked off that people don't run at the same speed. This is just like the show's turned into me being super sweet as a kid to like just being angry like grandpa in the corner. But people aren't fast enough. And I'm going, fuck. And so my point is, how do you drive and instill this urgency and speed in teams?
You know, what I like about Deel is really the mission of the company is to help hundreds of millions of people get to be hired by the best companies in the world, right? And like, if you think about it, regardless of your role at Deel, someone on the other side is waiting for you to get their money, to get their contract, to get their severance. Like that already drives a lot of like empathy and speed inside of our team, right? Because they think, what if it was me? Right? What if it was me on the other side waiting for my payments and not being able to pay rent because like the infrastructure didn't work, right? So that helps a lot. And the second thing is, I think it's the type of people you hire, right? Like you should only hire people that are here and that are really hungry, right? That really want to build, that want to be part of this, that are here for the right reasons. And, you know, it's always hard to hire specifically at our scale, right? With 2,000 people across 100 countries. But hiring globally gives you a bigger pool of people to hire great talent.